We are gathered here today to celebrate Mission Hills in our community and to restore a piece of our Mission Hills history. In the summer of 2011, the Mission Hills neighborhood experienced a series of thefts that saw bronze plaques stolen from homes and public places, including this very park. Police believe the plaques were stolen so the bronze could be sold as scrap metal. The plaques represented a significant piece of Mission Hills community heritage, and they marked historic homes, Pioneer Park, and the gateway to Mission Hills District of Inspiration Heights. In fact, these elegant markers were so beloved by locals that makeshift plaques have been anonymously reinstalled in some places. And in the aftermath of these crimes, the police department and community came together to bring those responsible to justice and to take steps to reduce the likelihood of future thefts. In total, 25 plaques were stolen, 8 from public property and 17 from private residences. Today, we will dedicate the first of these public plaques that the city is replacing over the coming months. And I'm proud to have allocated funds from my office savings budget to help purchase these new plaques. Though these crimes were small, it unleashed a tremendous love San Diegans share for their city and history. When thieves try to rob us of our community character, they will not succeed. In fact, the resilient character of San Diegans is only revealed and strengthened. I'd like to thank very much the San Diego Police Department, the Park and Recreation Department, the Historic Resources Board and staff, and the Mission Hills residents for your partnership. We've come together, collaborated, and solved problems and achieved some real results. We couldn't have done it without the community who loves the history, who loves this character, and loves what these plaques have represented. Now I'd like to introduce some of the folks that really made this happen. And first and foremost, our captain of Western Division, Captain Walt Vasquez, who was on this from hour one and did a fantastic job. Captain Vasquez. Thank you, Walt.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much. As the council member mentioned, the excitement of having this plaque back in this beautiful park for this wonderful community is tremendous. But really, what really sticks out in my mind during the theft process and when the crimes were going on was the development and the partnership that started to develop even more intense and more solidified, not only with the police department, but the council member's office, and especially the community of Mission Hills. I mean, that was very, very impressive to me. And for us as a police department and for Western Division as a command, the relationships and the partnerships, as Kevin had mentioned, is really the most important thing. The thieves that were conducting these crimes, they are not going to have impact on that. In fact, what they're going to do is strengthen it even more. So the police department, the council member's office, and especially the community of Mission Hills really work together to solve the crimes and to make it a better place to live. So everyone involved, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Captain. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Our next speaker is Deborah Petrie, our Mission Hills Heritage Organization, who was so important, obviously, to our neighborhoods and just our character here in Mission Hills. Deborah, welcome.
Thank you. Although I'm here representing Mission Hills Heritage, I'm really representing the many residents of our community who really care about our community character and historic preservation. And we see that in those who find ways to show off proudly the historic nature of their homes and the community. And that's why it mattered so much to us when these thefts occurred. We really appreciate all your office has done in helping to make this come back, to use your savings to give us the plaque. And also we appreciate all the things that have been done by the other members of Park and Recreation, the police department, and so forth. This is part of having our community character. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. Our next speaker is Gary Nordstrom of the Mission Hills Town Council. We have a very active town council here in Mission Hills. It's the voice of the community. Gary, welcome.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, speaking on behalf of the town council, but I'd like to echo something that Captain Vasquez mentioned. You know, it's amazing that good comes from bad, and the fact that I never knew Walt Vasquez until these plaques were stolen. And now I actually have a relationship. I know someone at Western Division to call, And because of this particular event, the community has become closer together and more reliant on one another to get things done. And so, as a compliment to our city council member and to the police department, it's amazing what this one event has caused all of these different groups of people to come together and be a better community and better serve one another. So for that, I thank all of you.
Thank you, Gary. And our next speaker and our final speaker will be Kathleen Hasenauer, Department of Parks and Recreation, who, of course, does a phenomenal job for us day in and day out. And our parks are so a big part of our character and our heritage, and, of course, with our plaque here. Kathleen?
Good morning. I'd like to thank a lot of people. First of all, the community of Mission Hills. It means a great deal to my staff to work in a community that takes such pride in their neighborhood and their park. And I'd also like to recognize Mark Fenstermacher, who is the grounds maintenance worker who takes care of Mission Hills or Pioneer Park. And a lot of his dedication and his pride in his job is working in this community because the residents here are very, very special. And it's very evident given the fact that the neighborhood rallied to replace these plaques, and they take great pride in their community. And when Mission Hills calls my staff know that it's not just an issue, it's an effort by everyone to get something done, and that the community is part of the solution, and we really appreciate that. And on behalf of the city and the department, I want to say thank you to the community, to our Councilmember Faulconer, as well as our San Diego Police Department, Captain Vasquez, and the speakers that you've heard preceding me. You know, it's really an honor to work with such a prestigious group. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you. And now we will unveil the curtain here to show the restored plaque that represents obviously all of the plaques that are going to be restored and how important this is to our community character. So I'd ask all of the speakers and all of our neighbors to please come around, and we will.